Hi guys, you're watching Tech It Out with me, Aditya. Have you bought a smart TV recently? And ever since you bought it, have you asked yourself this question? Can I play games on this thing? And if yes, what kind of games will actually work on this thing? Well, if you have, then you've come to the right place. Because in today's video, that's exactly the questions that I'm going to answer. So, let's check it out. So ever since I got this TV, I have been spending a lot of time with it. And since I'm such a geek at heart, I love to experiment with new tech things. And one of these days when I was experimenting with this TV, I just thought to myself that this is an Android TV. Android has a lot of games. Is it possible to install all those games and play them directly from the TV? And that was my great moment of epiphany as I realized that yes, it is possible to install those games and play them directly off the TV. But also, what games are actually fun to play on this TV? And so I've come up with a list of 5 of my favorite games that I love to play on this TV. And here they are. Oh no, hello, wait, one minute. If you intend to do any kind of gaming on this TV, then it's kind of not possible with the remote that comes with the TV. So you will need either a wired or a wireless keyboard and mouse or a wired or a wireless gamepad. I got myself this wired gamepad from RedGear and it works great. And I've also left a link to this down in the description in case you guys want to go out and buy it. So, back to the video. So the first game on my list is actually also my favorite game from the list. You know, when I was growing up, we didn't have like these super fancy consoles like the Xbox and the PlayStation, etc, etc. All we had was Nintendo and Super Mario. And I still remember I used to spend every weekend with my Nintendo playing games like Super Mario and Bomberman and Contra and you know, etc, etc. So this is the first game and let's see how that works. The first thing that we're going to test is the load time, which is basically how much time the TV takes to load the game up. Since this game is not at all heavy on graphics, the load time should be really quick. And there it is, just about 10 seconds. Next up is gameplay. As you guys can see, this game works great on this TV without any lags or glitches or any kind of graphic artifacts at all. The little bit of lag that you guys can see is mainly thanks to the screen recording program that I'm running in the background, and I assure you guys that this game works like a charm on this TV without any lags or glitches or graphic artifacts at all. So, have a great time playing it. Well, the next game on my list is also a blast from the past, although it's not from such a distant past. It's from a fairly recent past, you know, during my college days. And thanks to this game, I've had infinite number of sleepless nights, you know, during my college days. And it's also the reason behind my not so good marks in college because I just couldn't get enough of this game. And the name of the game is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So, let's fire that up. Again, we'll start off by measuring the load time. Although this game does have a lot more graphics and processing to do compared to the last one, but at the same time, it was designed for much older hardware like a PlayStation 2 or a gaming PC from that era. Therefore, it shouldn't be very time consuming for the modern hardware of this Android TV to load this game up. And there it is, a little over 35 seconds. Moving on to the gameplay then. Now do bear in mind that even though this game was designed for much older hardware, the MI TV that I've got was by no means designed for any sort of gaming. The fact that it even runs these games is pretty cool and awesome. While playing this game, you will definitely see some lag and freezes up and graphic artifacts every now and then. Although I do have to say that the game seems to run smoother progressively, which means that every time I replay the game, it's a little bit smoother. Now with all that said, This game is definitely playable on this TV. And once you play the game 2 or 3 times, you should be seeing frame rates somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 frames per second, which is not bad at all in my opinion.
Come on, CJ! You can't keep up with the fat man!
Alright, so that brings us to game number 3 on my list. And if you like racing games and car games, then this game is a match made in heaven for you. And the name of the game is Asphalt 8. Starting off with the load times, this game definitely is a little bit on the heavier side with the graphics and the processing. So this game does take some time to load up, but do bear in mind that this process only takes place every time you launch the game and not every time you start a new race. And there it is, just around 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Now looking at that lengthy load time of 2 minutes and 5 seconds, you might think that this game will be laggy as hell, but it's quite the contrary. It's a pretty smooth experience for the most part, with the exception of a few glitches at rare occasions. But overall the gameplay is pretty smooth and it's quite a lot of fun to play. That is, once you have the load time out of the way. So go check it out and I hope you have a great time playing it on the big screen. And for all you FPS lovers out there, this one's for you. Because the next game on my list is a pretty cool first-person shooter game and it's got quite a decent storyline to go with it. And the name of the game is Modern Combat 5. This game is by far the heaviest of the lot with regards to graphics and the sheer processing power it requires to run. It is a fairly recent title and is designed with modern Android hardware in mind. So let's see how it fares on this MI TV. And there it is, just around 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
What the?
When I first downloaded this game, I definitely did not think that the MI TV was going to be able to run this game at all. After all, this game is known to be extremely taxing on the hardware, even on some of the latest flagship Android phones. But to my surprise, the MI TV somehow manages to run this game. Although the gameplay experience is not completely smooth, but it's definitely still a playable title on the MI TV. The game tends to freeze up every now and then at key moments, but I do have to say that this game too has a tendency of running smoother progressively. So if you die in the middle of a mission, don't be sad, because the next time you play the mission, you'll have a smoother chance at completing it. Alright, so the last and final game on my list is a zombie game. If you guys don't know what a zombie game is and if you've never played a zombie game before, then definitely do check this out because I think it's a pretty cool game and it's quite a stress buster. And the name of the game is Dead Trigger 2. This game is fairly simple for the MI TV to load as it's not at all heavy on the graphics or the processing. Ideally, it shouldn't take the MI TV too long to load this game, so let's see how it does in the load time. And in just about a minute and 5 seconds, we're good to go.
What do we have here?
As you guys can see, this game runs extremely smoothly on the MI TV and it's quite a fun experience to play this game on the big screen. In this game, you just follow the on-screen directions and go around town killing any zombies that appear in your path. It's a basic point and shoot game, except you only point and don't shoot, because all the shooting in the game is done automatically by the game for you every time you point your gun at any zombie. And due to this simplistic gameplay, it's a really fun game to play and it's quite a stress buster. So go out and have fun playing this one. Alright guys, so those were 5 of my favorite games that I love to play on this TV. Although, if any of you guys know of any other cool games that I should definitely check out, then do let me know in the comment section below. And I hope you liked my video and enjoyed my video. If you did, then do let me know by hitting that like button down below and sharing this video with your friends. Also, if you want to watch more videos and more content like this, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, and hit that bell icon to get notified every time I put up a new video. Also, if you would like to keep in touch with me on other social platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., then all those links will be down in the description as always. And that about wraps it up for me for today, guys. But I'll see you soon in my next video. And until then, keep teching it out.